Hello, comrades! Today we're going to play The Blind Griffin. It's another itch.io game, and it's by the developer Asphodel Quartet. It's a visual novel, I think, and I think it's also another dating simulator. It's been a while since Amnesia Memories and Romance Detective, so I'm excited to give another dating sim a shot. This one's pretty exciting because it's got a 1920s setting, and for our younger audience, the 1920s in America was the Gatsby era, so there was prohibition, which meant that it was illegal to sell alcohol, so people are making illegal alcohol, and there's cars, and there's a prosperity right before a big economic depression. But how much that plays into it, I don't know. I think actually more of what it's taking from the 1920s is not the historical context, but the aesthetic. And you can see a little bit of that Art Deco style right here from the very beginning. The reason it excites me is that this is one of those aesthetics that I really like. I like the colors and the geometric patterns. I just always like them. So, with that in mind, let's give it a shot. Would you like an explanation of how to play the Blind Griffin? Yeah.
Hey, welcome there. Here's a review of how to play. Let me see a brown over the icon in the lower right corner box. So in most areas, there's some kind of icon on using it. I think it's teaching us how to, it's not a people, but also kind of, so a lot of us now start with this is one of a handful of things, and we letter F is one handle house school, next is something, and present rate is so I'm curious, I'm going to get mentioned like different assets, like export, advertising, etc. So because it's action, a lot of them have the same core mechanics, so we're going to use the same to you can also put the history box to just press E on your keyboard. Let's get a crash course in how to use it instead of what we're general about now. And our people who have been there for a while remember that this is too.
All right. Okay. The glass jar was holding explodes, sending smoke and bits of glass everywhere. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to at all. My mentor ain't happy about this either. I'm probably in for a lecture. What did he really expect? I'm new at this. When I came to San Francisco with my family, I never thought I'd end up becoming a magician in training. It was maybe only number 8 on my list of job choices. Actually, I'm not really sure what I expected. At least there hasn't been a dull moment since I got here. This all started a little over a week ago. Alright? It wasn't long after getting here that I decided it was time for me to leave the nest. Don't get me wrong, I love my family, always will, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life working laundry. Besides, they never came out and said it, but I think my parents are both disappointed that I still haven't middle-aisled it. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to guess what these phrases mean before I click on them. I feel like that would be fun. I'm going to guess this means being married, because it's like going down the middle aisle of church pews. Yep, to get married. To walk down the proverbial aisle with someone and be joined in the bonds of marriage. I saw that, for those of you in the audience who don't know, I believe that is a reference to, what's the name of that book and that movie? I love it. My partner was actually the main character of this in his high school play of it. The Princess Bride. The Princess Bride. I got plenty of offers, sure, but I wasn't about to get married to the first schmuck who asked. And marrying one of them would have meant being a railroad wife or a laundry wife. I guess her family owns a laundromat. Nah, I got my sights set higher. I don't need a man to make things happen for me. Or so I thought. There weren't exactly a lot of jobs for a Chinese Jane. Though even if I was a boy, I don't think I'd have had much luck. That sucks. So, it sucks to be a Chinese American in the 1920s, I'm not gonna lie. Just in general. I was supposed to guess, but I was pretty sure this was a female. What? Is the male equivalent Joe, you ask? Don't be silly. Joe means coffee. Oh, maybe a Jack. That's what I would guess. That the Jack is the slang for a boy. I guess there's a reason so many Chinese people work in laundry. Just as I was starting to feel like I'd done a real dumb thing leaving my family, I noticed some things in the air that I never saw before. Yeah, I'm seeing them too. Magicians this way to the blind Griffin. There were words floating around above me. I'm really excited that the main character is Chinese in the 1920s. I don't think I can think of a story in the 1920s where the main character is Chinese. You know one, let me know. Shimmering and sparkling words that look like they were made of smoke. At least I think they were words. I can't read. Never learned how. Anyhow, and if you're that's actually pretty common back then. Not incredibly common, but let's just say education's gone quite some ways in the US. Anyhow, I got curious. I formed a trail, and seeing as I had nothing else to do and nowhere to be, I followed where they led. Turns out at the end of the smoke trail was what looked like a candy shop. Huh. I wonder who here had made the smoke float in the air and shine like that. But mostly, seeing all that candy I couldn't eat just reminded me I was dangerously low on money. I'd bet whoever owned the place wasn't looking to hire someone like me to help out either. I turned away, but a soft voice called out to me before I could go. Wait! Are you here to inquire about the job? The word job was music to my ears. Oh, from the tutorial. Hi, Marie? I think your name's Marie. I turned around so fast I almost fell over. In front of me was this real tall dame. I ain't never seen a woman that tall before. Dame, I'm gonna guess, is like a lady. A woman of any age, it should be noted. Oh, it's okay. I see the joke. She was dressed to the nines and looked like she had real heavy sugar. If any of my friends from reality are watching this, a while back we did a murder mystery and it had 1920s elements in it, and it was called Murder at the Nines, and the family was called the Nines. And of course I hadn't played this game before then, but that's where I got the name from. It was a common phrase in the lingo of the time. She had a real heavy sugar. Is that her cigarette and cigarette holder? No, lots of money. Money is pretty sweet. That it is. I should have guessed because she's dressed to the nines. I bet she's the one who owns this place. I nodded, but suspicious-like. Marie. What's your name? My name, huh? Had to think about that for a second. Ooh, I refuse to go by my real name, so I'll tell her it's Nani. So I'm gonna be Nani? Yeah. Get used to it. It's Nani. Nani, is it? That certainly is an adorable name. You're here for that job, right? Why, thank you, Marie. The way she said that was kinda shady, but I had nothing to lose. Yep. Copacetic. Come in. Alright, so what do you think Copacetic means, guys? This is great. I'm gonna say, again, here at Dizzi, we've been trying to point out when a game does a great job at teaching players something. And aside from giving players a taste of the 1920s, I think that this vocabulary function is fantastic. It reminds me just like the grammar tests I used to take where you had to use context clues to figure out what it is. So, give it a shot, audience. What do you think this is? I think it's something like Cool Beans. Great, excellent. Not at all pretentious sounding, specifically. Or wait, is it saying that the word is not pretentious sounding, or is it saying that it describes something that isn't pretentious sounding? I feel like it means the word, and I think it's being sarcastic. I think it actually does sound very pretentious. Although it would be ironic if a pretentious word was used to describe non-pretentious things. She took me inside the place, candy lined the walls. It looked legit, but too perfect somehow. I started putting the pieces together. So, a candy shop, huh? Pretty good cover, isn't it? Oh, you're the blind Griffin then. Yep, I knew there was something else going on here. She led me into a back room and pushed a button that made the wall open up. We went down some stairs and... Oh, it's a speakeasy! Sure enough, there was a speakeasy at the bottom of them. So I'm guessing they didn't define speakeasy because they figure if you clicked on this game, you might know at least this much. But for those of us in our audience who don't know, a speakeasy was a bar during Prohibition. It's speakeasy because when you would drink, you would lose your inhibitions, or so things that were difficult to say because you didn't have any restraint from the liquor were now easy to say. Which is ironic because if you drink too much, you actually start to slur your words and it's really difficult to piece together a sentence. But anyway, speakeasies, illegal alcohol serving joints in the Prohibition era of the US. Oh no, it's you from the tutorial. Angry looking boy. Who's this playing Jane? Yeah, I'm a girl, and you're one to talk. Ain't exactly a catch yourself. Bozo with no manners. What was that, you beer cat? Now, take it easy, Emmy. Cheerful girl. Bozo with no manners. I like that. This is Nani. She's here about the job opening. Nice to meet you, Nani. I'm Vivian. Oh, well, you can just call me Vivi for short. I nodded. This sourpuss here is Emilio. Don't pay him no mind. He's all bark and no bites. Got it. Says you. Says everyone. I wish it says everyone, honey. Beat it. Beat it. Emilio gave me a once-over. You got any experience bartending? Don't exactly look like the type. Why, 'cause I'm Chinese? He waved his hand at that. After I thought about it, I figured this place don't care much about a person's color. I mean, whoever heard of a dame mixing drinks? Couldn't argue with that. Not like I had any experience. I'm a quick study. Wonderful. We've got another bird here who can mix drinks well enough, but he's pretty tied up with other duties. A cool person. A man or woman. A person. Why can't we just call every birdie by their actual species instead of using slang? This sure is confusing. So we've got Janes, maybe Jacks, beer cats, dames, and birds. Okay. We want someone who'll take his place so he can focus on music. Oh, that's his other duties. Think you can do it? Marie and I'd love to have another girl here. I ain't in a position to be picky about work. If you'll have me, you're on. Copacetic. Where are you staying? Is it close to here? Well, I'll level with you, Marie. I left my parents' place, so I ain't got a place to stay right now. Is that gonna be a problem? Man, I speak I love that some of this slang has just continued on into the present day. If you are honest with someone, you are putting yourself on the same level as them. I guess? Yeah, that's exactly. It's to say that, like, I'm not beneath you, you're not beneath me, so I can just be frank with you. I'm not gonna try to pretend that I'm higher than you by lying and saying I don't have flaws. No worries, sweetheart. We've got an extra room. This all seemed too good to be true. Where was the catch? How much is pay? How does a sawbuck a week sound? I have no idea. A $10 bill. A double sawbuck is a $20 bill. It is not, in fact, a male deer with saws for antlers. Why does it say a sheik? A sheik. I think Sheik is the name of a character from Legend of Zelda, isn't it? I won't spoil the surprise behind Sheik. A gal like me wasn't going to complain about that. It was way more than I would have made staying with my parents. Remember, young audience, there's a thing called inflation, which means that it makes it so that if you have a currency like a dollar, the dollar's the US currency, its value depreciates over time because of all different factors that I'm not going to explain right now. So $10 today can only buy you so much, but it used to be much more valuable in the past before inflation. So $10 is actually a lot of money. Copacetic. Wonder where Copacetic came from. She beamed when I said that. Like I said, I'm a quick study. Alls I'm doing is bartending, mixing drinks, and helping out at the candy store upstairs. You'd just be watching the place, really. It's easy. You'll do great. Alright, I've got no complaints. I'm in. Wonderful. I still don't think it's a great idea, Marie. We don't exactly got people lining up, you know. Give it up already. Emilio grumbled something in Spanish. Oh, you little tsundere. You just had to speak Spanish. I'm no Spanish expert, but I don't think it was something nice. Now, I've got some business to take care of. Nani, you should rest before tonight. The Blind Griffin opens at 6 o'clock on the dot. Be there and look sharp. So Blind Griffin is the place where we work. Vivi, do you think you could show her to the extra... Oh no, Marie's saying this. Vivi, do you think you could show her to the extra bed we've got? You got it, Marie. Let's go. Say, ain't you got any luggage or anything? Nah, just the clothes on my back. Well, that means less to carry, I guess. This way. Have a nice nap, Beer Cat. Will do. He didn't seem to like that answer much, but I ignored him after that and walked out. I'm gonna be wisecracking with that Joker all night.